Boxing Opinions 100. Hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, leave your comments down below. I'll be sure to get back with you. Errol Spence Jr. versus Yordenis Ugas. This was a fight for the history books. It was built up on paper as the best against the best since nobody's fighting each other nowadays, and Errol Spence Jr. has stated publicly that he doesn't want to fight any tune-up fights. His main goal is to move forward, whatever the next step is, until he reigns totally at the top. And I have to give much respect for Errol Spence Jr. for being that way now in today's boxing. Maybe we will see much better fights if everybody else had that mindset. But getting back to the fight, this was a battle for the ages. And I tell all boxing fans about fights that I think that if you hadn't seen the fight in its entirety, to go back and watch the fight. I don't say that about all fights, but this is a fight that if you haven't seen it, you will want to go back and start from the beginning. You don't want to see no highlights and none of that kind of stuff. You want to see all rounds, three-minute rounds apiece. But Yordenis Ugas has nothing to be ashamed of about this fight. Yordenis Ugas has given every fighter trouble that he has faced, even beating Manny Pacquiao. So I kind of question, I wonder what it would have been like for Errol Spence that night to fight Manny Pacquiao, and how would that fight have went. But seems like we'll never see that fight. But this was a seesaw, back and forth battle. And Yordenis Ugas landed some great body shots, but it just seemed that Errol Spence is more determined. He has a determination inside of him that he could bite down. And he's also a very, very hard puncher. So whatever it feels like to get punched by him, he breaks people down. Like you can see, Yordenis Ugas is a very strong, fit boxer, but you can see Errol Spence body shots and everything that he was throwing at Yordenis Ugas, especially that right hook to the body, to the side. But not to take nothing away from Yordenis Ugas, he landed some very, very significant punches, stopping Errol Spence in his tracks at times. But that only shows that Errol Spence can take a punch. So Errol Spence has demonstrated that he can do just about whatever you want to do. Like how he boxed with Mikey Garcia. He had a different kind of style fight against Sean Porter and against Danny Garcia. But let me know what you think about Errol Spence versus Ugas. And this is Boxing Opinions 100. And don't forget, hit that subscribe button. It's free.